Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of the Disney Dining Show. I'm your host, Pete Werner, joined at the table this week by my good friends, Charles Boda.
Hello.
Mr. Corey Fiescanaro.
Hey there.
Mr. Steve Porter.
Hello.
And Rhino's back there, just having a big old head working the switch. And Craig is watching porn.
Stoically.
Right. Stoically. Not giving anything away with that flat affect, are you, Craig? Okay. So, we've decided to do our personal pick top 5 restaurants. And I am going to go to Steve this week.
So I have some thoughts.
I'm going to check my email because
hopefully
really the only
5.
ones that are right are mine, but...
Okay. You forgot yours already?
No, I'm just going to check my email.
Oh, okay.
He's tuning out.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So I went with what restaurants would I actually spend my money and time at, not maybe just like...
As opposed to my money and time?
Exactly. So number 5, I have Captain Cook's at the Polynesian. I think it's one of the best quick service locations on property. The Thai meatballs, Thai coconut meatballs are delicious. There's a pulled pork sandwich there that's so good. The nachos are delicious. Like almost everything on that menu I could eat and enjoy, where I don't find that to be the case at most quick service locations on Disney property. There's maybe one thing that I like. Here, like I'm always struggling with like, ooh, what am I going to get this time? Which is a nice treat to have. And obviously it's just located at the Polynesian. Another little quick tip is for breakfast, they have the Tonga toast there. A lot of people don't realize that's also at Ohana, but if you don't have the time or money or just want to have a quick bite, but still want to try the Tonga toast, you can get it there. It's always been a favorite of mine. I wish the pineapple Dole Whip was still part of Captain Cook's, so you could fill it as high as you want instead of having to go to the outside stand, which they do it for you. But
and just for those who may not know, we're talking about Tonga toast. Just wanted to make sure I looked up what was in it because I haven't had it in a while. This is a super giant banana stuffed sourdough bread, which is battered and deep fried, dusted with cinnamon sugar.
It's dessert for breakfast, but it's delicious.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
I've never had it, but it sounds good.
Yeah. That was my number 5. Number 4, another quick service, Cetuli Canteen over in Animal Kingdom. I think, again, another place where a quick service location that has lots of great options. I love the burger pods. They're great. The bowls are great. The theming of this restaurant is outstanding. And I've always been surprised. I've never gone in there with a super long line, which with the popularity of Pandora and, that land, you'd think that there'd be, I don't know if they just have a lot of cooks and cashiers, and I don't know how they're cranking it out this fast, but it's really high quality food for a really cheap price. I think if they repackaged this food and had put it somewhere else and labeled it as a table service restaurant and gave you table service quality to go along with it, I think that there probably would have been people that wouldn't have really noticed or cared that was the difference. Maybe with the burger pods being cheeseburgers, but the bowls...
I don't know that I would. I agree with you. I think Cetuli Canteen's amazing. Mm-hmm. And I agree it's arguably one of the best quick service on property. I don't know that there's anything there.
I think the bowls themselves are really... I mean, obviously you'd have to have other things with it. Other options on the menu besides just those bowls. But I think if you put those bowls on one of the menus that's at a, one table service restaurant, I think that would be an option that people would enjoy. I don't think it's... I mean, I love them. I think everyone I've talked to enjoys them, and I think that they're at a quality of food that is higher than I think than most quick service. I mean, agree to disagree, but that was my number 4. Number 3, jumping up in price range quite a bit with Hoop-de-Doo Review. I think that is a classic Walt Disney World experience. The food is good. I mean, it's really delicious. I don't think that though is really the part for me that makes this restaurant outstanding. It's the tradition of the restaurant and the history of the restaurant, which as a Disney nerd I love. and also just the performance. I mean, it's hilarious. It's fun. It's a totally different
experience. And it also kind of lends itself to what I was saying previously about the California Grill. This location could get away with the fact that it does have that history, it does have that show, it is remarkably popular, and just
serve you slops,
serve you crap, and they don't.
Yeah, it's delicious food. The ribs are great. The strawberry shortcake, famous, but. Yeah, I mean, but again, that's not even the part that I find the most attractive about this restaurant. I just think, I mean, the food is good, but it's everything else. And, you know, if you drink, they have a limitless beer and sangria. So, yeah, for me, that's...
And I think when you factor in, because, you know, it's, like you said, it's on the pricier side, but when you factor in the food, how good it is, the show, how good it is, and just the whole experience, I think it's worth every penny.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. And it's, you know, it's not tiny, but it is a smaller venue. It's not like, you know, there's 2 levels, but you're getting there's a chance that you could be pulled up on stage. And
Charles's favorite.
They do a good job of interacting with a lot of the tables. I mean, there's probably like a 50-50 chance that they'll either at some point come up to your table with a microphone, or someone from your table is going to be taken up on stage.
I like those odds. 50-50, that's a coin flip.
Now you have made sure that Charles will never step foot.
Get on stage, I'm going to be a star.
This restaurant will probably be in Charles's bottom 5 if we ever do that.
Yes, it would.
I need to go back to Hoop to Do Review. I went there about 20 years ago, and I got sick and haven't been back since.
It's still the same. Don't go back. Because then I might have to.
All right, we're going back.
Turn into a review, and then I'll have to cower in the corner.
I think it's time to re-review.
Yeah, I mean, I love it. Number 2, going back to quick service. Well, kind of quick service, because it's the bar and grill, Geyser Point, over at Wilderness Lodge. I think this is
to do that.
One of my favorite locations on Disney property. It's one of the few places I think you can kind of step outside of the Disney bubble. That if you're just like sitting there having food out on the water, because it's right on Bay Lake, you don't see any of the Disney. You know, Bay Lake doesn't have any of the Disney resorts or even the castle in the background. So you just kind of the Contemporary's on the left, but where Geyser Point is positioned, there's like some bushes. You don't really see the Contemporary, so you're just kind of surrounded by wilderness, and you kind of escape that Disney bubble. So I think it's a good place to go, maybe nearing the end of your trip. If you're maybe someone in your party that's had too much Mickey Mouse and princesses, you can kind of go there and, you know, de-stress from all the magic. And delicious food. There's a bison burger that wasn't my personal favorite, but I know a lot of people like. There's salmon. There's the menu is actually fairly large, because there's a quick service location that's included kind of as the Geyser Point quick service location that they've just made into, you can just order that food. So there's a ton of options. There's lots of drink options too, because it's a bar. And I just think it's beautiful out there. I think it's one of the most like picturesque locations for ordering food on Disney property. That's, especially when it comes down to the price point, one of my favorites for sure. And my number 1, I forgot. Oh, California Grill. Yeah, I mean,
that's hysterical. Quick service, California Grill.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's no denying that California Grill is outstanding. It's expensive, but it's, you know, I found all these places to be worth the money. That's why I wanted them on my list and where I would spend my money. California Grill, while it might have to be something special like an anniversary or a Valentine's Day or something like that, it is still something that I would go out of my way to spend my money with my wife to do that, because it's expensive, but it's totally worth it. Everything I've ever had there has been outstanding. The service has been outstanding. I mean, we talked a little bit about this on your episode, but you know, it totally could get by with serving worse food because of the location that it's in. But I mean, it's still outstanding every time I've been. So, yeah, those are my top 5.
I like them.
Thank you.
Especially Hoop-de-Doo.
Well, okay, I like all but one.
All but one.
All but one.
I need to try all of them.
And Hoop-de-Doo does do a phenomenal job at what they do. It's just not for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
It's not for
that. I understand.
Yeah, but
yeah. No, oh my God, if they ever tried to pull you up on stage, I'd pay money to see how you would be like, oh, hell no, I am not getting up.
Pink slips in the mail, Mr. Werner.
All right, well, that's going to do it for this episode of the Disney Dining Show. We hope you enjoyed it, and we'll be back with you again next week. Thanks for being with us, everyone.